Testing sound. Okay, I think we have sound. We should have. So today I'll be streaming while I do some grind. This will be a grinding chat because I have to do lots of manual grind for skills, so it's much better to have company when doing so. So welcome everyone that gets here. I will be thinking about the characters that I'll be using here. Well, I have to manual level my Melissa, my witch's daughter, and some other characters. Melissa is already here. It's Melissa, witch's daughter. Yeah, it's this one. Now who else should I train? Support skill. Support. Gustave. Gustave is a good one, but he's actually better when there's only one wave of enemies. There's also Galahad with coveted ice cream bar. I think I'll do Galahad. The good thing is that Elegant Prayers is a staff skill, it will trigger many times. Witch's Daughter is not, so it will only trigger once per battle. Which other one would be a good idea? I think counter units would be nice to train as well, but I don't know, maybe not now. I have to train Gustave because I want to use him on full potential. Galahad is not really needed, but still is a character that I will be using on Remembrance. Looks good. Wait, someone is missing. Witch's Daughter. And Albert will kill the enemies. That looks good. I wonder if it's as fast as Seeker's Path, but since no sign of Seeker's Path so far, we have to use what we have. She still has to trigger the skill. She just did. Hello, Masamune. How are you? You are the first one to arrive today. At least the first one to say hi. Training manual skills here. Hello, Rome's Temple. It's been a while. Be good, thank you. How are you, says Masamune. I'm doing fine. I was just a little sleepy, I don't know. My meds sometimes just make me super sleepy. I have difficulty sleeping on the right time. And then sometimes during the day after I do like house stuff or some walking, I get super sleepy. But besides that, I'm just doing fine. Nice to hear you're doing fine too. It's pretty fast on this first stage from what I can tell. Levels up. Gustavo will take more time for sure because, well, he can only use this once. Yes, he has lurking in the past. The strings just hadn't played on the background. Oh, thank you, Ron's Temple. You don't play the game anymore? We need to train the Uni S1 as well. It's a pain since it's just one use per fight. Same thing, yeah. It's a staff skill or is it a spell? I don't remember. Sad that we have to manually train Melissa. We don't have to manually train Matriarch, for example. It's a spell. Spell, it's different. It's even harder, maybe. You still play the game, Rons? Ah, nice. I know that some people pop out during UniverSe just to stop a little after. During UniverSe, gachas get pretty popular. Did Melissa on the last event? Gustavo too? Nice. I actually got these characters on last minute. So the event was already over. Or if it was not, it was just 1 or 2 days, I guess. She's healing 250. She really has big love. I'll repeat. Forgot about this, I'll repeat. Man, this Gustav is just so good as well. You're only gonna get the endurance buff and the attack boost buff, because defense boost is always on maximum and guard up is always on maximum. But using Gustav sometimes just allows you to remove one of your supporters. Like, sometimes I was bringing 2 supporters that could decrease damage taken from enemies, and with Gustav I can just use him. It's just overpowered. Not as Gustav, right? The tank version of Gustav with the inheritance, but it's super nice. Daughter asks who needs to be leveled up to. Yes, just for the overdrive points, but it's needed. And you know what? On JP, Let's Paint was totally ignored because they don't have Scrum Guard on their tank Gustav. They don't. And their Let's Paint is also inferior. You can see how different they are from us. Very, very different. Just like, you know, how this building will not impact our game as much. Because when you bring her, you have to defend 1 turn, and then the other you take full damage. And only 1 hit you will defend. Block instead. So here we can bring Gustav that will decrease the damage by such a high amount. Like, he'll be decreasing the damage taken by more than 50% at all time. 20% from the Scrum Guard, 25%. No, sorry, 20%. Then 25 from Guard Up. That does not stay active at all times, but it does stay most of the time. And then we have the defense boost as well, so... depending on boss behavior, we're better off just bringing Gustav instead of Beauty. This changes everything. It's also buffed for global, yes indeed. You will still use it without Scrum Guard. Yeah, it would still be good, I guess. It would not be so overpowered without Scrum Guard, but it could still use. Brown said, I spent 20,000 gens. 20,000 gens. Did not get Beauty. We got Gwen, who I'm actually pretty happy in for Genryu Joe. Well, if you got Gwen, do you have the UDX Gwen? I don't know if many people have that Gwen. The better was not so popular. But that new inheritance in Global is also very good. Very, very good. Because it's an AoE attack, then a single target attack. The next boss we're gonna face it will be tomorrow on Reset. And it's 2 bosses. So you are attacking 2 enemies. In that position, Gwen will be better than Silver. Pretty crazy. Kind of regret not stopping after pulling Gwen Sakamuchi because I thought about it, and to me it would have to PD and press I will have to play with Impress Shield and P on the Protection. Yeah, on Global we have these two things. On JP they have the Evasion Shield as well, but it didn't heal. So on Global you are evading and also just protecting your party with that healing. So it's a really cool design. Impress is something that does not exist on JP too. They got some of our global axes there on the ad, but well, they are not the Impress or Leon. They don't have those yet. You only have Lightning Orb from the first green. Okay, that's the one I have too. I wanted to have the UDX, but now if we get an UDX bidder, I may have to PD Grain if I ever get this grain, right? Because that new Amplify is awesome. Oops, I used Water Lilies. My mistake. Oh, because I clicked full power auto and not repeat. The Lightning Orb is cool enough. Good afternoon, Merrick Gusay. Watching while making meatballs for the family. You know what? I ate meatballs today. They are called almondigas. On lunch. I was not so hungry, so I ate it just a little and leave it some on the refrigerator for dinner. Do you like to cook? I'm not a very good cooker. I do very basic stuff. Very, very basic. Also, guys, can you hear me well? I don't know if the mic noise cancellation is working well. Usually when there's no dogs barking, there's no problem, so... Never heard of those here in the US. What are they made of? Yes, you love to cook and eat. It's just meatballs in ball size here, like this, with tomatoes. Tomato juice. Hello, Lenoir. Welcome. How are you? Sound is very good. Nice. Also, Ron Stample, since you are not here for a while, I got a new webcam and this one does not bug, and it does look like it has a better FPS and resolution. Streams were just kind of bad recently because of the webcam. Just wish that all the rank ups could be like up to level 50, right? That they can be increased by 5 at a level up. But once you get to level 50, it starts getting slower. Ron says, I won't be pulling again for a while, unless it's an extremely good global axe, because global buffs have been so a lot of future styles are not as interesting anymore. Yeah, I agree with that. They can be so different when they receive global buffs. Some JP characters just lose potential. Like current Arthur. I tried to get Arthur and so far didn't get yet. I'll probably have to pity the character. He is now very good. On JP they are releasing many chasers. But they won't release so much till they start next anniversary. That for us will be a half anniversary. After that point, they will release many chasers. Some that chase on Overdrive, like Matcha and like also Halloween Creator. I wanted to get that Arthur because of the guaranteed chase. I like chase attackers. Also, we have good news. I purchased the GPU from the campaign that I made on YouTube. But because that GPU is kind of brand new here on Brazil, the ETA was pretty high. Well, they were saying between 7 working days, and then the card arrived on their stock today. It's just waiting for the company to make the delivery. Well, it's like 3 to 4 states from where I live, so it should take some 3 days, I guess. But at least it's finally there, and I'll be receiving it pretty soon to get back my main PC working, because I'm still using the backup PC. But that's pretty nice, because everything worked fine. But man, when I had the problems, it was just so bad, because you start thinking about quitting or stopping making stuff when everything in your life seems to go wrong. It's not just the PC being burned, I mean the GPU. Sometimes there's something in your life that just goes all wrong. The TV is still not fixed, Samsung is holding me here. But I don't care much about TV. It's similar to the meatballs here then. Sounds good. Oh, nice. I know that you also make some meat cake. Here it's a little different, but very, very similar. I saw in TV series about meat cakes, and I was always curious about this. Someone says, if I think Saturn is coming soon. It can be, because we are getting the better number 4 of closing anniversary celebrations. They will start something new by the end of this month, and can totally be related to Saturn and Mirza. And it will be hard for people, because we just got Beauty Banner, and Beauty Banner is totally bait. I know. It's a bait. Ron says, I might skip Saruin and Shira, Maple for Minstrel. Minstrel has a plus BP and wheel buff, right? It's a pretty nice setup. I was waiting for this Minstrel as well. I skipped the past one because, well, the past one was about BP generation, and it didn't seem that that one will stay relevant for too long, so I totally skipped it. But wheel buffs with plus BP on every turn, it's nice. JP is creating more BP batteries as well, but I don't even check all styles right now on JP because, my god, it's hard to comprehend sometimes. The translation gets fuzzy, and they are releasing characters with very long passives now. The game's not simple anymore. It's actually nice because it became something, well, more experimental. You can bring different squads now that are totally different than before. You can cover many ground with just one character. Hello Pixels again, welcome. How are you? Meatloaf. Very similar to meatballs, just different shape. A lot of people eat that with ketchup. Really, with ketchup? There's a fast food brand here in Brazil that's called Habib's. Do you have it on the US? I don't know if you have it because it's pretty cheap food. It's fast food, but also pretty cheap. They sell esfirra as well, but you can find almôndegas there as well. That should be what you're saying, meat loaf. Nasabuna says he was also on the loading screens for anniversary, but so was Red with a spear. Everyone was waiting for Global X Red, but nothing happened. Imagine Red with a spear. That would be super cool. But man, I think that this Global X banner with Witch's Daughter and Melissa changed everything. More than we think. The next battle we will have, it's on Reset, and we'll fight against Dora and Gwen. And they debuff us as well. Every time there is a boss that debuff you, just bring Witch's Daughter. We did get that Sharon from those screens, yes. The Talon as well. Talon and Sharon. And people got so excited that they started summoning that Sharon even though she's not that good. People became a fan of Sharon because of the loading screens. Good night, boa noite, Luke P. How are you? Nice to see you around. But also, those arriving, tell me what you were doing recently. What you're watching, what you're playing. Besides UniverSe. Eric says, nope, never heard of it. We don't have that here, at least not where I live. I'm prepared for the new banners. You have 200,000 saved, so Mirza will be mine. Whoa! Did you manage to get 200,000 saved? Which banners have you skipped? That's cool. I don't have that guts, because I look on a character that looks cool to be used on videos, and I usually get it. Also, I always go after famous banners. Like, everyone will pull a Mune banner. I mean, not everyone, but a lot of people will do. Maybe they won't get all the characters, but many people will pull. So, I try to summon popular banners too. Luke P says, I've been watching lots of shows. Secret Invasion, My Adventures as Superman, and Just Like That. Also Hunter x Hunter. Is Hunter x Hunter still going? Are they releasing new episodes? I went to check My Adventures as Superman because I was curious. Look, P, I just finished Superman and Lois TV show and I loved it. Yeah, I was a fan of the first seasons of The Flash. And I saw many people discussing the ending of the season 3 of Superman and Lois. And I watched it just to check it out. And, well, I love the series. Ron Stample says I've also been watching The Adventures with Superman. Looks like everyone is watching. That's nice. They are using a different approach, more anime-based, right? You are playing Overwatch 2? Oh, you play Overwatch? Rune Factory 5. Rune Factory is a mix of Harvest Moon and RPG, right? Did you play Harvestella? That was released past year. They told me that it's pretty similar to Rune Factory. Did you ever watch Hunter x Hunter? It's the old one. Ah, the old one. I see. I don't know if it has an ending. They started releasing OVAs. Luke P says, I love Superman and Lois. Adventures Superman is fun. More anime. Yeah, that's what people were saying. Eric says, I skipped it a lot. However, I pulled it on Burt Banner and got Hina Melissa with 6,000 gens. Prepare to pity Melissa carried on me on the recent romancing challenge. Yeah, I need to max the skill rank of Melissa to start using her more often. She will be useful for the next battle as well, because that fights the boss debuffs, I think, agility, dexterity, and STR, but does not debuff intelligence. So if you bring Melissa and strong intelligence-based characters, like even Bertrand, you're gonna do fine. Bewitched Daughter 2, you can bring the whole Global X banner, I guess, in that fight. I don't usually check these things out, but we were curious on Discord because we didn't know if it was a fight that you get formation medals, if it was a more standard event, or if it was an attacks event, but it's an attacks event. And since this Beauty banner came before time, that fight can be pretty hard. I remember that we got another attacks before time and it was super hard. Just don't remember which one it was, but it was hard. Cheeto, welcome. Ron says, I'm also playing Story of Seasons Friends of Mineral Town. The Story of Seasons is much better than Harvest Moon these days, right? Because they are made by the original team. I saw a video about the newest Harvest Moons and they seem so cheap. Ron says, gonna get an emulator and play Harvest Moon 64 from my childhood. Looks like many people have loving Harvest Moon from childhood. Friends of Mineral Tower, it's pretty famous. There is one for GBA that a friend of mine that became a developer was a super fan of. Super. Her favorite games were Castlevania and Harvest Moon. Harvest Moon from GBA, the first. There is one version you play with a boy and another version that you play as a girl. Forgot the name of the games. I myself never played those. The closest I got to simulator games was SimCity on the Super NES. Shiro Tenjin says the 2011 version is the more complete version of Hunter x Hunter. It goes from the start to the end, but the manga is still going, but anime ending service is an end to. Kinda hard to explain. I know, like those animes that don't go to the end, right? I think there is Katekyo Hitman Reborn that has an ending in the anime, but the manga kept going, so it's a different ending. There are other animes that are like that as well, but I just don't remember one now. Now someone says, I tried Melissa, Bertrand, Gustavo, and Global X Rouge. I could literally not spend the BP. Should be pretty fine. Gavin just subscribed. Thanks for subscribing, Gavin. Merrick said, I pulled it for Polka Family. Got Liz, pitched Polka, got UDX Silver too, but I don't usually pull unless I need a character, missing a damaged type, or pull a favorite like Jen or Mirza. Jen and Mirza are favorites. I really like Mirza on this game. Because he was the first game-changing global buff, right? The first game-changing. On Hunter x Hunter, it's almost like they changed the main character, so the anime goes to the end of the character's story. Ah, gone? Well, here in Brazil, Shiro is a Brazilian as well. We are a super fan of Yu Yu Hakusho. Then many people that watch Yu Yu Hakusho started watching Hunter x Hunter too. Same creator. I'm always curious about it, but I never started to watch because after a while, I got a problem when watching stuff that doesn't have an ending. Because I have anxiety, I always want to watch stuff, and I remember when I was younger, and I was reading, actually, the manga for Gantz. I love Gantz. And waiting a week to read, man, I always even read the spoilers, also the scan before the translation was made. Oh my, anxiety. Now someone said I had to skip UDX Silver, that's the biggest skip I did recently. We really like to get her. Oh, well, you will get her later in a cheaper investment, I guess, so don't worry too much. I should have skipped Arthur as well, I need to think better. I just thought I could get the character before PD, and this never happens. I always have to consider a PD before even starting to pull. Shiro says, Yu Yu Hakusho has no end too, kinda. The creator does not know how to end stuff. Doesn't have an ending. I didn't know that. Look, P says, I watched Yu Yu Hakusho a bit when I was younger. Your BF loves it. Nice. Here it's super popular, especially because of our dub. It was, you know, one of those dubs that they altered a lot. Here in Brazil we have regional language, and they use it a lot of regional language in the translation. Some people like it, some people hate it. I think more of the purists right now will hate it, but back in the days we didn't even have the knowledge of how the original version was. So, well, they translated it with a lot of slurps. You are watching the 2011 version, Chimera End season. Chimera End? What is strange. Save for Soro in 1 week. 1 week, just like Bolsonaro stuff from Brazil. Just wait 1 week. Just wait 72 hours. Oh my god, this became a meme. We are creating memes here on this community. Yu Yu Hakusho and Keishi, you grown up. Keishi. I don't recognize his name. But P says, yeah, I also watched Sensei when he was growing. He watched it. Your BF, right? When he was growing up in Brazil. Yeah, because there was no many options. Some stuff gets popular on some countries because they don't have many options. So, like here in Brazil, the most famous cartoon is Woody Woodpecker. Yeah, here's called Pica-Pau. It's the most famous one. It beats Disney, Mickey Mouse, Looney Tunes, beats them all. It was repeated daily by many different TV channels, and it's the most famous cartoon here on Brazil. And I doubt it's the most famous one in most countries. Also, we have Chaves. That is Chaves del Ocho. It's a Mexican TV show that is super famous here in Brazil and not so famous in other countries. Some stuff is more about the availability and, you know, the situation of the country. Sensei was one of the only animes that were airing here in Brazil, so we didn't have any choice. Oh, Hit Mango Reborn! I already saw that on the top. Views, nice. Thank you so much for helping out with the views. The most overpowered enemy in my life. Views. Let's send some virtual hugs to Mango. Thank you so much, Mango. I can't say while I'm on the backup PC because if I open the browser, everything here just starts to slug. So, thank you so much. Yeah, look, Pica-Pau. It's Woody Woodpecker, right? I think that's how you call it. It's the most famous cartoon. I love it. Yes, all generations besides the latest one. Cheetah was saying that's the best season, Luke. Nice. I will watch it someday, but I will wait a little more. Merrick says, yes, I'm a fan of swordsman in games. Really like Time and T260G2. Silver is a favorite too. Reminds me of a character I played in D&D. Sif and Albert, a character that you play in D&D. Why? Because it can turn into a dragon as well? Kikikaishi had 50 episodes and ended in a very first big arc. In it, reading the manga last year and you love it. Let me type this on YouTube. Maybe it just has a different name here. Woody Woodpecker. Yes, yes, that's right. It's the most famous cartoon TV show here. Up to this day, they still Hikai. They still air it in YouTube. People are watching it every day. That one never aired here in Brazil, from what I remember. Kikikaishi, never. Reborn was fire too. I really like two characters. I said here before, Chrome, and Hibaki. Usually an anime has like one Sasuke type character, right? And in this anime we have two. Or Vegeta stereotype. It's from 2011, sure. How much more are you gonna wait? When it ends! When it has an ending. But you said that anime has a dedicated ending, right? So maybe sooner. I was also reading the manga for Reborn, but never finished it. Same case with Bleach. Whoa, we got 9 BP with Galahad. Hello, Aquatic Rat. Welcome. But how famous is Woody Woodpecker for US? Was it more famous than Looney Tunes or Mickey Mouse? Jutsu is on fire too, I even started to read. You said that it's the best thing in the last stream, Shido. You really believe that? Better than anything else? I also used to like swordsman. If anyone here played Tactics Ogre, if you did, I was a really fan of Haboring. Haboring. I think it's how you spell it. The Blind Swordsman. Pretty cool character. Haboring, I guess. Look, P says, I want to watch Irmão do Jorel, but no way to watch it in the US, so I have to watch clips on Instagram. My BF sisters got me a shirt of Vovó Juju. Ah, she's so cool, man. You know what? It's one of our best TV shows made on Brazil. I remember that a friend of mine got here and he didn't know that show. So I said, man, this is so awesome. And I said that it was from US. And he said, looks cool, man. Looks cool. It reminds me a little of a mix of, I don't know, Rick and Morty and SpongeBob, he said. And then I said, you know what? This is Brazilian. Made here in Brazil. And we don't have very good quality cartoon shows because we don't have the initiative from, you know, government or even knowledge. We have now, but for a long time we didn't. So it was hard to find stuff made from Brazilian people. So Irmão do Jorel is awesome. Hello, Capivara, welcome. Shiro says animation and story is peak. Really like to watch stuff because of story. Luke says, I would say Mickey Mouse and Looney Tunes, Bugs Bunny are more popular than Woody Woodpecker here. I see. I imagine it. But not on Brazil. Another TV show that's super ultra popular here is Everybody Hates Chris. Like, probably one of the most famous sitcoms we have. Like, really. One of the most watched stuff on YouTube up to this day and on TV as well. Merrick says, was a sorcerer plus bard with a pirate backstory. Towards the end of the campaign, the DM let me discover the ability to turn back into a dragon. My character had been cursed beforehand. Oh, interesting. We say my favorite growing up was Tenshimuyo. Not sure if it holds up after all these years. Tenshimuyo. Tenshimuyo, I watched it a little, but I read it Lovehina when I was a kid. One of my first mangas was Lovehina Video Girl AI. Lovehina Video Girl AI. Rurouni Kenshin. I think those were one of the few ones I read it from start to finish. I had Blade as well. Blade of the Immortal. But I never finished that. I don't think I don't even know if the creator finished it, because here in Brazil we had a lot of delay on the manga release. But then Tenshimuyo is pretty similar to Lovehina. I think I was working back when it was airing on Brazil, so I could not watch. Ron Stample says, it's always find it funny the amount of people who don't know Kaishi. It aired around the same time as Yu on TV. It's because, at least here in Brazil it didn't air, but... Capivara says, As Branquelas too. Yeah, As Branquelas is the white chicks on English. It's just like a cultural phenomenon here in Brazil. I think it's because of the dub. Brazilian dub is considered, if not the best, one of the best ones in the world, so... Especially on comedy, they make a very good work. So... The white chicks, it's super popular here. Like, really super popular. Mary Kusei says, I adore the Brazilian Digimon opening. The one with Angelica. She's a presenter for a kids show in Brazil. First one. My wife and kids is true, but not as much as Everybody Hates Chris. I think my wife and kids is pretty similar to the Fresh Prince. I think that's the name, right? Lovehina is Pervgeland. It is. Video Girl AI is a little similar as well. But man, those pages are amazing. Very cool art for its time. They all wanted that, dude. Yeah, it's a hard type of anime manga, right? One of the first ones. Ron Staples says, "Oh man, I remember watching Lovehina. You enjoy it." I think the manga it's pretty cool as well. I don't know if I watched the anime, but the manga I did read to the end. I think the anime does not go to the end, if I remember correctly. My memory is fuzzy. Now someone says, I remember watching a mashup of the Digimon Tamers intro from different countries and the Brazilian one was really good. It's a child TV show presenter, but she's also a singer. And yeah, it's beloved here in Brazil as well. But I think from Tamers, it's not her. But Tamers I was not watching back then. I was working, so could not watch. I only watched Digimon Season 1 and 2, to be honest. I have to watch the films, because they look pretty cool. Do you have a favorite Digimon? When I was a kid, it was Angemon. Because it was just the most overpowered evolution back then, right? I think when I was a kid, I used it to like Angels a lot as well. We enjoyed all the Digimon seasons. Tamers, the most definitely. Really? Embarrassing. Tamers is the one that they become the monsters? Please. That's a good choice. Did you watch Pokemon or have a favorite Pokemon? Well, I watched lots of Pokemon, but it's been a while. I think I only remember much about the first and second seasons. I mean, counting the game seasons, so... I mean, generations, right? I remember the first and second generation, a little of the third, and then I stopped it. I used it to play a lot, really. When I was a kid, we had some friends, like 5 to 6 friends that used to play Pokemon, and then we would fight each other. We even trained it on the N64 because you could just speed up the GB cards on 3 times speed. So it was like the best way to level 299 or level 100. I don't even remember the max level there. So we trained it. We had like 10, 12 Pokemons on max level. And favorite Pokemon, I think when I was a kid, it was Scizor. I was a fan of Scizor. Heracross was also pretty cool. No, that's the one after Frontier. Oh, Frontier. Sorry. Now someone says, I never stopped playing Pokemon. I even played competitively for a while. I still play today. I try to play competitively. On Brazil, they started to have some events where you could play against... I forgot the name. But it was like a sort of official championship. But they have too many rules, and I trained some of my Pokemons, and they broke some of the rules, and I could not use the squad I brought, so I lost. And I also got super angry because I could not... they have some very strange rules, like you could not use heal skills. And I remembered I had a Pokemon that had heal skills and some other stuff as well. There was too many rules on that. Cherry is very cool. The N64 version had Great party games too. Scyther. Scyther is really cool. Scyther and Sizer. I stopped playing Pokemon because they just steal too much of your time. Breeding in IVs and all this stuff, it's just bad for people that have, you know, OCD. I have OCD, so I am that type of person that wanted to have the best Pokemon. We were trying to get shiny Pokemons. We had some shiny Pokemons when we were younger. And we also had some ones with good IVs and all of that, so it takes so much time to get the things done. And I was not playing other games. Kind of like when I'm playing UniverSe. But that's why I never got into MMOs, because by being an OCD person, I will have problems with MMOs. Alan is asking, what Android game you play, Char? You mean this one? This one is called Romancing Saga Re-Universe. Besides this one, I don't play any other. Cheetah says you should do a Nuzlocke challenge. Nuzlocke is what? They mess up with the Pokemon locations, right? Or something like that. And someone says, yeah, it's really bad. It's the same with the IVs. Lucky you never cared for shinies at least. I see. But it can take so much time doing stuff, right? That's why I stopped it. But I also got a little biter because of this championship, that I could not use all of my Pokemons. I think that was also part of the reason why I stopped it. There was like 2 or 3 Pokemons that I could not use, and they were ready, and I had strategies for them. Do you plan to try Final Fantasy VII Never Crisis? I may. I could not try the game. I was not in the open beta. And also my PC could not run. I could try on the cell phone, but I didn't try to download an APK or something. But I could not stream anyway. But when it releases, I'll try. I should have tried the beta to understand the game. It's something that I may cover because it's a pretty popular game and it seems like it can be totally played in free-to-play mode. I may cover. Seems like it's also a game that will not be so time-demanding. Cheeto says, Nuzlocke, you can only get the first Pokemon you find on each area. There's also permadeath. Oh my god. Permadeath. How much time they take to finish a Nuzlocke? Like 12 hours? You ever played the Monster Rancher series? I did, but not much. I played the PS1 version only. I don't know if it was Monster Rancher 1 or 2. But I did not watch the TV series, so I have no memory of the monsters besides the Golem and the big yellow-eyed character that looks like Sensei. The game was not so good, the PS1 game. But it had that very interesting mechanic of placing different types of CDs, music, and then you could just get a monster because of it. But I didn't play much. Suezu is the name of that. The big one-eyed monster, right? Monster Rancher is on Steam. 1+1, pretty nice. Oh yeah, they remade it. Didn't know, no. One that I wanted to play actually that's a little similar is that one Metabots. But I was also grown up by the time it was airing. I did not watch the TV show. I had a friend that loved to play the GBA games, but I myself never played. Lots of people stream Nuzlocke and compile in one single video of 30 minutes to 1 hour. It's nice to watch sometimes. I think you told me about that before. But I don't know if it's my niche. I mean, on this channel at least. And then I'm also so outside of the series that I don't know if it will work. They do that with the classics or with the new games as well, Shido? Metabots, it's an incredible series. It's nice that you can customize the robots, right? Other one you can customize stuff is the Mega Man Battle Network series, but that one I never played as well. But I had a friend that also enjoyed those. Mostly the older ones, the 2D ones, I see. The classics. Did you play Zone of the Enders on GBA? Maybe. That game was so good. I did play a little on emulator, but I never got too far. But it really looks fine, right? It's a strategy game, no? Or am I wrong? A tactical game, no? The GBA titles can be emulated if you wanted to play. I still had some of the old action figures that have a metal frame to customize. Nice! Yeah, I played many Game Boy Advance games. I had a Game Boy Advance. The game that I have the best memory of is Golden Sun. Today I was watching a little of a video. There's this channel on YouTube that's called... Let's see if I remember the name. His name is Modular, and he makes retrospective videos. And he was talking about Golden Sun. That brought me memories. I was very impressed with Golden Sun when it was released. I finished the first one, but I didn't have the second. Back then, one cartridge was just like very, very pricey here in Brazil. I had to save money for 3 months, I guess, to purchase the cartridge. And I never emulated Golden Sun. I need to. Masamune says, yeah, it's a strategy RPG. I knew it. Because I play it, I just don't have many memories. I never finish it, though. I have to someday. Since I didn't play the main titles, I think I was not so inclined to finish. Golden Sun is a game that I always wanted to play, says Merrick. Masamune says Golden Sun was amazing. I also love Castlevania Area of Sorrow and Summon Night 2. You know what? Golden Sun is amazing, really amazing, because back then the GBA was just trying to emulate Super Nintendo games. And when you see Golden Sun, the camera keeps changing perspective, the animations are amazing, and the whole battle feels different than any RPG, so really love that. I played Area of Sorrow. It's my favorite Castlevania game, Masamune. I played on a live stream during Halloween. I don't know if it was past year or 2 years prior, but it's here on YouTube. Sumo Knight, you're probably talking about the Sword Crafter series. I forgot the name, if that's the one. That looks and plays like a Tales of series game, no? There is the original Sumo Knight games as well, that are real tactics. And I did play them, even on JP. I'm a fan of the company that makes these games, the Flight Plan. They went bankrupt. They don't exist anymore. They actually formed a different company later. Some of the employees. Did you ever play any of the other games they made besides the Sumo Knight for GBA? They made some very cool games for the PS1 and GBA as well. Call it Black Matrix. Black Matrix, it's a fight about angels and demons. Very, very cool. It was also one of the last PSX releases. Black Matrix 00. Swordcraft Story, that's the name. Yes, yes. Chiro Tenjin says Star Ocean Remake 2 coming. Yes, I should try to save some time and play the first remake, because I really like Star Ocean. Well, I didn't like Star Ocean 4. 5 has big camera issues that made me lose patience when playing. I need to play it one day, but I did not try 6 yet. But, well, I played a lot of Star Ocean 2 and 3 back in the days. Yeah, it was also one of the first games released at Golden Sun. Yeah, one of the first games released and already showed what the GBA could do. It's better than even some of the latest releases for the GBA. Yeah, Shiro Tenjin, Black Matrix is super cool, a trilogy. There's 2 remakes of the games, right? There's, I think, 5 different games, but it's a trilogy. The Sumo Knight 00, it's a remake, no? From, sorry, Black Matrix 00 is a remake of Black Matrix 0. Yeah, I played those. But it's a pretty cool game. Also, the Sumo Knight games, the tactical ones, are very cute. The sprite art is one of the top ones. So if you know these games, do you know about Dragon Shadow Spell, Shiro Tenjin? That's one of the best tactical games, but never got translated. Black Matrix Cross. Yes, and Black Matrix 2. Black Matrix 2 is 3D, if I remember. Matrix Cross, no. Also, Ori of Swords is my favorite Castlevania 2. If you have not tried Bloodstained Ritual of the Night, it's very similar to Aria. I did try a little, but I never finished it. I guess I tried the demo, but never tried the final version. But I know I will enjoy it because Aria may be the best one, for me, I guess. And I also love the one where you're playing with a female character. Forgot the name now. What's the name of that again? Shanoa. Sometimes I prefer that one than Aria, but Aria is one of my favorite ones as well. Order of Ecclesia. Yeah. It's between Order of Ecclesia and Aria of Sorrow for me. Those are the best ones in my opinion. I know Dragon Shadow Spell by name only. You did not play many PS2 games. You should play that game. It's amazing. Really, Shido. Try to emulate it. It is an amazing game. It has very cool mechanics. There are bosses that have like 3x3 grids. Dragons with a very nice sprite art. It's one of the best ones ever made. Very charming. Special skills are also very cool. But they released that game like on the end of the PlayStation 2 cycle, and I think it didn't sell much. It was released close to Pink Poison, I guess. That's another tactical RPG made by the same dev, exactly. The company is pretty small, Masamune. Besides Sumo Knight, they did Black Matrix, we were talking about here. But nothing too much. Now, from tactical RPGs, I played many. Almost all of the tactical RPGs for PS1 I played. If not all, almost all of them. I did not play Turing SaGa, because that one was translated later. but I did play most of the American releases. This Gaia, yeah, this Gaia. This Gaia for PS2. I also played the La Pucelle game. I used to love La Pucelle. This Gaia 1, this Gaia 2, but did not try this Gaia 3 and beyond. Now, some of the lead artists there went to work on this Gaia 4. Oh yeah, I did not know that. But they do very cool sprite art. You spent thousands of hours on this Gaia 2 mostly. Yeah, it was this Gaia that I played the most. I played the PSP version with the DLC. It was pretty hard to emulate the DLC. But I managed to get it running. And I trained all the characters too. I did not have all the equipments by the end of the game, but I had plenty. You played 5 couple years ago. It's still amazing. I tried to play, I think 6 on Switch, but it was just ultra laggy. Extremely laggy. I only tried the demo though. Gaia 4 is when they change it to hand-drawn sprites too. Looks so awesome. This Gaia 6 is 3D, right? They change it again. But one of the Tacticals games that I played the most was the original release of Tacticus Ogre Let Us Claim Together. That one I played for around 120 hours because it takes so much time to train. I played a lot of Final Fantasy Tactics as well, but it was more like 95 hours or something. I played a lot of Vandal Hearts 2, a game that no one loves. No one likes that game. It's super strange. It's I don't know, a hidden gem. It has a very strange mechanic where you attack on the same turn as the enemy. So I guess people hated that system. Anyone here played Vandal Hearts 2? Yeah, 6 and 7 are 3D. It looks a little weird. You think so? I think they look cool, but they just don't run well on Switch. Viceper is asking, did you play Legend of Cartia on PS1? Yes, Word of Fate in the US, that's the name. I did play, but never finished it. It was a very different game. I think it was a little hard too, right? I never finished it. Just like Front Mission as well. I never finished Front Mission 3 on PS1. But I did play a lot. My English was pretty limited back then. I could not understand everything, and then Front Mission 3 has lots of text and there's a whole mail system, and well, I could not understand much of the stuff and I felt like I was missing out. It was not easy, right? I remember it being hard. It's a pretty cool art as well. It's Yoshitaka Amano, right? But I think one of the ones that I love the most and many people hate is Vandal Hearts 2. I mean, I like it a lot. Not like it's one of my favorites, but I think it's pretty cool. Most people just like Vandal Hearts 1. How did you have Terranigma on Brazil? I know it was never released in the US because some religious symbolism and stuff, but it was really popular here. No, it was not released on Brazil, and we didn't know about that game here. Well, even the first in the Soul Blaze series was not known here, but Illusion of Gaia was very famous by those that like RPGs, right? I played Illusion of Gaia and I have very fond memories of that game. I was talking to a friend one of these days about that scene where you are on the boat with the girl. That image is forever stuck in my head. I played that game when I was, I think, 12. I played to finish. I remember the last boss as well. That you have to transform into shadow and then you enter the floor and then you evade the attack and then you attack the very giant boss. I remember that the sprite art in that game is pretty big as well. Illusion of Gaia. Only played once though. But Terranigma I never played because it was not available here. Only via emulation. but I played Illusion of Gaia on real hardware. Soul Blazer, yeah. Soul Blazer. You couldn't find Soul Blazer here in Brazil. Sorry, hands were too dirty to respond. Do you have any tips on leveling counter moves or ones you have to manually do? I'm just doing it right now, Merrick. Bring the damage dealer in the back row, in this case is Albert, and I'm using the skills manually. There's no other way, you have to click manually on the first wave, and in the second you can click this repeat button. I think that the counter units, you are better off waiting for Seeker's Path, because you have like more enemies there. I don't know if some of these stages have enemies that will always attack with direct attacks. If we have, that may be a good idea. What do you guys think? Is there any stage here where the attacks are always direct? We could test it out. If it's a guarantee, because even on Seeker's Path, the Azuras use indirect attacks, so it may just take you lots of time. Let me see here. Well, you cannot understand before you actually go into the stage, right? But it will be better to use it on stages that have multiple enemies, right? But here, don't start with 20 BP. May still be better to use on the single target stage, right? Let's check these enemies. Masamune says, I know Asulus on the last event had lots of direct attacks. Don't know here. Let me check these enemies here if they have full direct. Oh, all these attacks are direct. Eric says, oh, okay, guess I'll have to babysit my phone tomorrow while I wait for the air show here. Air show? What do you mean? But yeah, it's super boring. That's why I'm doing a live stream, so that we can chat and, well, it gets less boring. Did you play all the games, Chiro? Soul Blazer. I never played Soul Blazer. Let me check this enemy here. No, some of the attacks are indirect, so that's not a really good idea. I'll check the other enemies. But besides this Gaia, what are your favorite tactical RPGs? This Gaia is a pretty popular one. My favorite of all time is probably Tactics Ogre. The remake. Because you can do more stuff there. But it's hard. It's harder now. Final Fantasy Tactics and Tactics Ogre are off the charts here. Just masterpieces, right? We have indirect attacks here. That's not good. Kevin, welcome. Kevin says, first mob in the piercing single target stage has all direct, but the second mob has two indirect. Sadly, right? The slash stage is similar. Did you check all the stages, Kevin? Or just some? Oh, we cannot kill the enemy. Of course, it resists slash. Hoshigami, not a lot of people know, but it was alright too. Oh yeah, I played Hoshigami and I finished it. But it was a pain. A big pain to finish Hoshigami. It was. Did you ever finish it, Tenjin? I don't know why, but I had a love for that game because I played it so much in order to understand. I managed to get all the characters by the end of it. But it was a pain. You're just looking at a few in between the auto tickets. Nice. Let's check it together then. There is Onimusha Tactics too. I saw that one and tried, but never finished it. Problem with Hoshigami is that battles last forever. They do. It was like half an hour, and you did not have a revive spell on the start of the game, and then if someone died, it was permadeath. You had to restart, and that was so easy to get one shot in that game. So you start getting AoE spells, and they just make all the physical attackers a joke. But Tactics Ogre fights are the same length, half an hour, or more there. Yeah, even more sometimes. Let me check this. You said that the first dragon is always direct, right? Maybe you can just, you know, counter the first enemy many times with without any equipment, trigger many level ups, and then finish the second with some other attacker. I don't know. I'll see about this. First dragon. All of the attacks are direct. But it seems like this enemy should be harder. Has some strong attacks. Mega Thrust deals lots of damage. Gliding spikes too. I think the slash stage is better for counter. But we can still check the spell stage. I think the spell stage has indirect attacks. Probably. But we'll see. Masamune says I played some Shining Force, some Fire Emblem, Final Fantasy Tactics, Tactics Advance, but I think SaGa 2 and Zone of Enders are my favorites. Okay, I never played Shining Force much, besides the GBA version. And did not finish that one. Fire Emblem and finished the GBA versions, if I remember correctly. Final Fantasy Tactics I did, Tactics Advance I did not. SaGa 2 I did, Zone of Enders I did not. Super Robot Wars is super cool to play, Shiro. I would play some of those games without understanding anything just to see the animations. They are extremely cool. The dragon has 2 indirect attacks, but many direct attacks though. Yeah, looks like a good one. But depends if the enemy deals too much damage, because some counter attackers have to wait in between turns, right? Not many of them, since we will start with 20 BP anyway. I even played a gacha game called Fantasy War Tactics, which was amazing, but sadly Nexon dropped it after 2 or 3. Yeah, they tried to replicate Final Fantasy Tactics, right? Indeed. Kevin says, I speak English and I could not understand Front Mission 3 either. Oh, Kevin, I talked about that a lot of time ago. Are you on the same timing as we are? Live stream is on 1 hour and 13 minutes. But speaking of Front Mission 3, I still want to beat that game, but I think they will remake Front Mission 3, just like they remade the first. They are finishing the second. They said that they will remake Front Mission 3 as well. The game is complex, super complex. Oops, I should not be doing this, but since I'm here again, let's use all the skills. Oh, you are? Okay, you just didn't hit enter. But did you finish Front Mission 3? Thank you for checking which stages could help. Have to get dinner ready, so I'll have to go. Have a great evening and good stream. If I found something good here, I can make a video, Mariko says, so check out the channel later. You like a strategy game called Devil Survivor 2? I played that one. Didn't finish though. Devil Survivor are from Atlus, developers from Persona and Shin Megami Tensei team. You finished one scenario from Mission 3, but not the other. The boy scenario, it was a lot of time ago. It was the boy and the blonde girl, right? I played with both, actually. I think I got farther with the boy. You have yet to play the Front Mission remakes, Shiro, but you want to play. Also, good evening, Merrick, and have a good dinner. Tried both, but only finished his. I don't remember if the girl is harder, but I think it is. Not sure. It was a lot of time ago. I probably had like 14 years old, 13 years old. I'm almost sure these enemies have indirect attacks, but let's just test. All of them are indirect. There are some other tactical RPGs with mechs. I remember... What's the name of that? Oh my god. There's one where the robot has a cross in this head. It's a pretty good game, even has three type of main paths. One good ending, one neutral, and one bad ending. I think it's an Atlus game as well. Vanguard Bandits. I finished all roads in that game. Transformers. 1, 2 directs, and the other are indirects. Transformers. No, it's not Transformers. It's the one that I mentioned. A lot to mention in paths. Ragnarok Tactics on PSP was crazy good. Heard people saying good things about it, but I never played. The PSP game that I played was Beyond the Dark. That one I finished it. It's a pretty cool game. Want to play more of the new Tactics Rogue? It's pretty cool. I didn't get to play the original. It is a pretty cool game indeed. You're right. But it's pretty hard to... I would never recommend that one being your first tactical game. I think you should start with this guy even. Then the new Tactics Rogue. But you already played many tactical games, so you do fine. So now we have to decide if the first stage is better for counter or any of the other ones. Also, we could check the column and row stages too. But it doesn't look like a good idea. They are mages. It's the same enemies in this slash row and the column. No. Let me just enter here and see. I want to play more of it. Okay, I read it. Adapt indirect attack. No, there's too many indirect attacks. The good thing here is that Albert will still kill all of them. Oh, Cher, you beat it Balmain story on Scarlet Grace last week? You did! That's an achievement. Nice. Did you enjoy the game? Scarlet Grace is a gem. I enjoyed playing it. It was nice to play it on a live stream because the fights are just always hard. So there was always some excitement. Nah, there's too many indirect attacks here. Gungnir on PSP was cool too. That one I didn't play. I didn't play that many PSP games, to be honest. I do have a PSP, I do have a PS Vita as well. Can the PS Vita be easily emulated now? I heard that they made one emulator, but I don't know if it's good or not. I even tried to stream PS Vita games on PC, and I managed to make it work a lot of time ago, but Didn't try anymore. Watch a bit of a speed run of Arpina's story. The fights do look interesting. They do, Masamune. It's a pretty strategic game where each fight matters. But it's also super complex in the way that you can't understand the game when you're playing it on start. You take time to understand. These enemies are strange. Are they from the Game Boy games? Jeanne d'Arc from PSP is also a good game. Yes, Juicy, I was talking about it. I finished it, Jeanne d'Arc. Jeanne d'Arc reminds me a lot of the Hoshigami game. I don't know if it was made by the same devs. Maybe not, but it's a very good game. One of the few PSP RPGs that I finished was Jeanne d'Arc. It's not so long. I think you can finish in 40 hours or less. Classic SaGa. It is. But the formations matter much more there. Much, much more. The only thing I don't like is that you can only learn some skills by each weapon that you hold. Really didn't like that part. On Vita, the Vanillaware games are so good. Oh yeah, man, Shiro Tenjin. I never say Odin Sphere on my top 10 because, well, I do have some more appreciation for my turn-based RPGs. But I love Odin Sphere. The storytelling in that game is so good. Also, the other game that they made, Green Grimoire. I finished those two games and I love it then because of the dub. I don't know if the American people like the dub as much as I do, but man, it's just so good. Odin Sphere, I only played the original, never played the Leaf Tracer port. But it should be very good as well, even better. But Odin Sphere storytelling, man, so good. Now remember, that's such a game that you think it's ending, but it still has more to show you. Dragon Crawl is... I didn't enjoy Dragon Crawl too much, Shido, because it's a departure. They were telling very nice stories and then... it's just beaten up. PSP also has that sweet Coden... no, wait. No, they have Wild Arms Crossfire. Yeah, it's a tactical RPG too. Wild Arms Crossfire. Just played a little of that one. But I think that the gameplay system from Scarlet Grace is super rewarding. Even through it's hard, it's super rewarding. I'm sure this has indirect attacks. So it's either about the single target stage in Slash or the Pierce stage, right? I think it's better to run this one. The first enemy has very weak attacks. Ramasa thinks my favorite from then, but Odin Sphere and Dragon's Crawl are all awesome too. Dragon's Crawl is less story and more gameplay for me. Yeah, much more gameplay. Look, none of these attacks are strong, so if you are training a counter that has damage reduction but not damage evasion, I'll try a counter strategy here to see. Good morning, God's Lion. How are you? Oh, yeah, I was gonna check the Stone Golem. It's 3 indirect attacks. About the Pierce stage, how many indirect attacks are? Only 2. I need to check that again. Mana skill farm is a doc, yes. Grinding and shedding to make it less boring. Evil Cat's sleeping here close to me. Let me go back to the Pierce stage just to be sure. Hello, Victor. How are you? Pierce. Aren't you worried about your Galahad is gonna get fat from all that ice cream? I am not. He's gonna rock even if he's fat. He's already a hero bald. Imagine, he may even get stronger. Have you done upgraded the PC? Got Lion, not yet. I was talking about this on the start of the stream. When I purchased the GPU, they had a very high ETA. Because the graphics card is pretty new here in Brazil. It's a 4060 Ti. So they were actually just pre-selling it on most stores. But that one, it was not selling as a pre-sale, but they had a very long ETA because they have to receive the product before they deliver, right? So I was waiting for them to say when they are going to send me, and yesterday it got in their stock, and it's just waiting for the transport to reach here on my house. It would take like 3 days, I guess. I knew that it will happen when I purchased it, but I preferred it that way because the 4060 Ti is a new product, and there is that good thing about the GPU that is made for streaming. There is a new codec called AV1 where it has a better quality for stream on YouTube or Twitch. Doesn't matter. It's more than double the quality with the bit rates. So I could get the 3060 Ti that was easily to find here in Brazil, but no, I prefer to wait a little more, even if I have to keep using this PC, but, well, I can still make it work for a while and get the right piece for the setup. So next week, in 1 day, it will arrive. Did you already pull for building share? I did not because I don't have chance. I'm still trying to get my Arthur pretty close to pity him, so Buny will have to wait. Skill farming, everyone's favorite part of this game. Oh my god, yes. So slow. And when the card arrives, God's Lion, I will make a video thanking everyone for the help. And I will make a new credit scene. Oh, I have to check the first enemy, just direct attacks, but gliding spikes and mega thrust that can do plenty of damage. So let's check the second. Which style is better in this banner? Dora? No, it's still Buny because of the damage block skill. I think that support units are usually better investments than damage dealers. Dora is a farmer. You know we like different farmers, but in the end you can just use whatever. Like, I make a video with 12, 20 different strategies sometimes. You don't need those, you just need one, and that will be enough, usually, right? So, getting characters that have gimmicks, like Buny, it's something unique to her right now. It's more interesting in the long run. Gwen is a very good damage dealer if you don't have Silver, with her lightning cycle, or Khalid, so he may be the second best option. Dora should be the third for most people, but it depends. If you already have Khalid and Silver, then Dora may be a little better. Silver looks cool and all, but I don't think his buffs are that good, so, well, it's not beating any of our wheel buffers. At least Dora beats other farmers. and Gwen gets super close to silver. So here there's 2 indirect attacks, only 2. In the first stage there's 3 indirect attacks. I don't know the chances of each attack, but our Tremor is against everyone, right? It doesn't say. It usually says when it's against everyone, or no? Does it? Oh yeah, I didn't mention our Lord and Savior Leonardo in the last video. Yes, I tried to mention, but since I don't have the character, I forget. We'll have to get Beauty even to pity. You did 50, what do you mean? 5 multiples? Did not get Beauty yet. But like I say on the review, even Beauty being the best in the banner because of long-term investment. This banner, if you already have Matriarch with Evasion Shield and Empress with her Negation Shield, you can still do all the content just fine. Beauty is just an alternative. Maybe better here and there, but it doesn't mean that you will not be able to clear content. You skip. If you don't have many gens and you feel like waiting, it's better to wait. Ah, I found a strange noise. There's a very big bug flying here. Very big bug. Hello, Teresa Underhill. Welcome. I'm gonna try a counter setup. Let's see a counter setup here if it works well. I wonder which counter character I have that's not fully maxed. Did you get R2 yet? Sure. I did not, Teresa. I'm trying. I think I have close to 12,000 medals. Let me even check. I did some pulls today. I even purchased some of the sheep packs. The monthly, bi-weekly, and weekly pack. That's purchasing all of them, it's just like $20. I had to because I will not be able to get R2 if I didn't. So I don't purchase the big packs anymore. But it seems like getting those very cheap packs can still net me most of the styles. So 11.4 thousand medals. I hope I will get the remaining to pity the character, but I got Gloria 2 times and Talon 3 times so far. Sad. I also got, I think, 3 off banners. The character that I want is never the first one I get. Never. I'm getting used to this. It's like my account's cursed. I may try single. I was trying single. I did like 13 singles today. Oh, did you use the event medals for the welfare shop? I did not. You can get some gold pieces, I get, right? Let's go there. There is a Zekis. You had so many PTs lately. Yeah, and when I did not PT, I think it was with Bertrand. Global X banner. 12,000 medals for Bertrand, the last one. But it's still close to a PT. I just don't have luck in this game. What's the event again? Copy. Beachside Metal Exchange, right? I have them all maxed. All of them are maxed. All of them are level 50. Life pools, I don't have gens. I have almost all of my characters on level 50. I skip a lot, so that doesn't mean much. More gold. I think I should get gold because I have them all maxed. All of them level 50. Look. Even the ones that were not farmable to level 50, I just placed it then on the dojo, like the Alkaiser. The Alkaiser was free from conquest, you could not get it to level 50. Embrace the multi-share, singles are cursed. You always say that. Remember someone saying that if you are doing single pulls, it's because you already lost all hope. I did 2 multis where I got 2 guarantees. And it was just dupes and off-banners. Excess pieces for crystals. I have way too many of those. Yeah. All of my characters are fully maxed, even this old gray. This old gray was also not farmable to level 50. All S styles are maxed, so what do I do? Do I get 600 stamina potions? Let's get this. There's nothing else for me. Should have give us some gold pieces though. Oh my god. I didn't have the patience to get all this stuff. Some more gold. 100,000. I don't want to get these older things here. They are just too old. Maybe just the gold ones to sell. You are too impressed with me, only used him on old Rand, but really pumped out damage. Yes, Doc, I'm saying. He's a triple S character. He just cycles buffs with chases, guaranteed chases. Which character has a guaranteed chase like him? Without spending LP? No one. Let me get away from here. I already farmed everything from the Super Training Dojo though. Save for the express tickets. And what about you, Teresa? Did you get the new Arthur? Masamune says I wanted to pull for Shadow. I like her and she will let me clear the last remembrance, but I could not. I could hold myself back. I will show you how to clear remembrance if you have mask. I tried stage 19 and work it. I'm pretty sure that it's probably working now. You need mask and time. Mask and time will be enough. All my gens are paid ones now because I purchased the packs. I have 200 free. I don't purchase these older packs because they are just not worked for Brazil anymore. They increased the prices. Seen that and I have styles, but it's such a pain. It is, but it will work. It's not worth to summon a character just because of 10 points. Okay, we said that we would try a counter strategy, right? We renamed this as manual skill training. Teresa says, no, I have been saving gems, keep it Arthur and probably skipping Bune too, close to PDG was now, waiting to see the next banner. I see. That's a good decision, because summoning like I do, it's not really good. I do it because I am always unlucky. I never have enough 45,000 to summon. I would prefer to always have 45,000 to start summoning. How do we call this? Skill training. You need to train Melissa buff skill. You do, I'm training my Melissa. We were doing this on the stream. Reach a level 64. Ah, you can only say Q, right? At least you can say training. Dollar is lower, but the prices are up. Who can understand that? Yeah, dollar decreased in price here by 20%. It's funny how some stuff affected my financials recently. My health plan increased it by 25%. Dollar exchange rate decreased 20%. So all my donations and payment from YouTube decreased by 20%. But stuff like the gens increased in price. Increased it a lot for us, even more now that the dollar changed. I'm paying like, I think 40% more than before when I use it to purchase more gems. There says, yeah, I got burned on the time banner with 10 units and no SS banner SS before PD. Oh no, before the banner went away, so you could not get anyone from that banner, Teresa. It happens, it's sad. You didn't know that you had to train in the skill copy. I said on my review that you have to manually train. Skipper. You skipped the review? I always like to catch you. I try to say for all skills that needs to be trained. But I need to get a counter character, right? Who would that be? Defend. I got this polka recently as an off-banner. Finally I have parry polka. My gen already has apathy maxed. It's not that I didn't know, I didn't remember. Oh. Oh, Matador can be trained. Windmill can be amplified. And I can bring... There's not that many characters that I can try. Savage Alliance maxed. I don't have Mondo, so I will not train him. Parry does not need to be trained. Cross Drill Driver can be amplified and become much better now. It's one that I can train, but I have to amplify first. That's it, I guess. Matador with Mikhail could be useful. I don't know if I maxed my data. Not like it's gonna work. So I guess I will bring Laura, because I have UDX Laura. I also give a dislike in the meantime. You will give me a dislike? What have I done for you, man? Don't do it. Are you winning, son? I am, Permanent Bennett. Thanks for joining us. I'm winning because the enemies are weak, I mean. I'm just testing and training skills. Better to bring Laura unequipped, right? I mean, not a main equipment. Stuff to just bring her more resistance, though. People are saying that it's super hard to get this Draconic Crystal Garter. Have you guys got him? I have 4 now. The joke now makes sense. Is it a joke? Got a few, but not any of the plus version. Maybe I just got lucky a little. You have 3 plus versions. Just one more, because you have Proof of Work Tower. We only need 4, to be honest. 5 if you really like. I'm not skipping, you said. You can go back and watch it to give me a dislike. And I said, what did I done for you? And then you said, the joke will make sense. Which joke? Supports. Which other character I need to level? While using stance note, I'm not potato to level up skills that don't get improvement. Heard those are global only, not sure if true, same as with the one from Leon's story. They are good for resist passives. Oh, these accessories are global only? Interesting. Ah, yeah, dancing leaves also need to be... Oh, amplified too before you can even... level up before you amplify. I don't know if I'm gonna use this so much, but it could be useful in some situations. Freeze Spike can also be used as to level up, right? Oh yeah. We can level up Freeze Spike to do more damage. Leveling up Festival Food was enough for me. Dancing Leaves can rot. What else do we have to level up? At least we don't need to level up Paean of Tranquility. Defense boost is always on max. Water Shield from Mariah, right? Yes, yes, yes. I think I will just use this to rank up because I can use on the tank. So I will bring Witch's Daughter as well to level up that other one. I will still bring Gustavia because he is the slowest one to do the same thing. Now I need a character number 5. Did you buy gens yet to get your stinky lizard chair? Well, I did. I only purchased the cheap packages because that's the only funds I can use for this. I have way too many bills to pay. But I want to get the dragons. I just don't know when I will be able to. How about Lady Stab from Jamie? It's already maxed. Did you get all your dragons already? Permanent pendant. Junk Grab does not increase the potential. You did not. Just got the twins and Dora. You mean both? Game reuse? No Gwen or Beauty? Are you planning to get them or did you stop? Do you have to rank up the support skills that buff the buff main status but not things like Heat Up and Medium? It depends on the skill, Kevin. I always try to say on the video of the character, the review, if I miss it out on one, it's... not many. For example, Beauty. The defense boost will never increase. Defense boost is always a fixed value. But Dancing Leaves will also do something later, will heal, right? So I need to level Dancing Leaves to 30 in order to be able to amplify. So that is the case. Mariah version, in Witch's Daughter from Inheritance, will give OD points. That will increase from 10 to 15. So you have to manually level as well. You know you're waiting to see what comes next. If it's a dude, maybe I'll try for Gwen. Ah, okay. Nadart skill. Nadart does not need to level. Where is Nadart? Is he here? Maybe Mirza and Saruin permanent pendant. Gustavia was already chosen here. But the question again, do you have to rank up the support skill that buff or debuff the main status? Like, for example, Kevin. There is one type of support skill that needs to manually level up. Horror, for example. This one here is an ailment. The higher the level, the higher the chance to apply the confusion. There is some other skills that debuff that also level up. Like Feline Dance. This one is support and debuffs SDR and intelligence. You have to manually level this up to 99 as well. It goes from 10 to 15. Zeke is already maxed. Misty already has maxed as well. Ki doesn't change. Weapon box also increases, and I already did level 99. Is manual grinding thing really worth it? Just for the hardcore players, I guess. If you are not, the defense is not, I mean, the difference is not that big. This here, attack boost, it will go from 10%, no, I mean, sorry, from 5% to 10% if I remember correctly, or 10 from 15. The values from passives and values from skills are different. But you already have so many passives and a strong weapon, this barely changes anything. It's not the reason why you will lose a fight or win. But min-maxers will always try to do these things. I raised my Song of Earth to level 99. It was not needed. Ah, Haniwa gets more attack boost. Maybe I'll use him. I don't remember anyone else that needs to be trained. Leonid has Hulhor. But I'm not gonna use this anymore. I will get this refiring from Haniwa then. Or just this Dancing Leaves from Beauty. Just so that I can amplify. We have more Ring of Life users. Mariah. But I think I will do something else for healings. I have a setup where I use Dor and other characters that will lose HP, and I do that on auto. Ki doesn't get anything. So Doc says, bring Engineer Kai is why we'll lose the fight. Yeah. Kinda. So Laura is in the middle. That's right. I think that's ready. Let's test this out. Ah, sorry, I forgot to inherit this stuff. I always do. Gustavi's were to level up Permanent Bennett because he increases his attack boost, and since he cast and stack this, it can help a little. And he also buffs Endurance. There's two values that increase when you level up. Oops. Laura needs to inherit Windmill. And I have to amplify it too. But later. I need to awaken it as well. Dancing Leaves. I can even bring Scrum Guard to decrease damage taken. And use Let's Paint as Inheritance. So I can keep just countering forever. Now I just need to awaken the skills.
Yep.
Awaken who and who? It's just filter by support, right? Who was it again? Da How? Engineer Cars Tanker. He can be used, but man, we have so much better characters. What was the other one that I need to amplify? Awaken at least. I did not awaken elegant players. Prayers. Players. Elegant prayers. Where's Mariah? It's already awakening. I guess that's it. Windmill. The windmill is not support, it's defend. Yeah. I will also awaken Valdor. Oh, it's already. Nora? But manual grinding is very boring, permanent bennett. Very, very boring. I'm sleepy. Let's go. The bad thing is that these things are spells. So they will only rank up in the end. At least you can keep pressing repeat. I think I would have to give a weapon to Laura. She's doing very bad damage. Very, very bad. Well, ranking up faster. The problem is that she will run out of BP and then we'll start using normal attacks on auto-repeat. Yes, that's not really good. With Mew Amplify makes it an attack? I don't really remember. Blinding spikes. Stop, let's go back to normal attack 2 after he uses the charge. Yeah. Just up to damage on the counter. Yeah, not much. Just beat Bow Remembrance 18 with versus Wyvern. Nice. Bow is still one of the hardest ones, right? Since we cannot level these spells more than once in a battle, I should equip Laura. This doesn't look like a direct attack, right? But it is. New list makes Bow a lot more manageable. New list can even solo, right? Do you have new list, Kevin? I didn't try myself to solo, but I heard you can. Still one of the hardest ones, because they are just too squishy. She finally killed the enemy. I will equip her with a strong weapon. My cats are fighting again. This never changes. And who was the culprit? Who? Sure, can you explain when it's worth to rank up a support spell that, for example, increases attributes or when it doesn't matter? As Queen, someone just asked this. The thing is, the game is pretty secretive about it. Matriarch and Owl's Daughter from JP tests don't need to level up. They are the only ones. All other support skills that raise status will need to be manually leveled up. All of them. They are support and they increase status, you have to level up, like Melissa, for example. And debuffs like Halloween Cat that has Feline Dance that debuffs with support without damage also have to be manually leveled up. But the game does not explain it that well. Just Matriarch and Owl's Daughter don't need to. He looks innocent. He does, and that's why he tricks everyone. Kevin was saying, I use the Dragon Water shield as inheritance on Robin Girl usually. Oh, you do? You're not using the new Liz? New Liz is very good with that shield she applies. I don't have a video about that, as Queen. I actually should have done that already. Festival food at least. I shouldn't be using festival food on Laura, right? Wasting time here. She will have VP for all the counters. Coming soon after the critical weapon video. Yeah, the critical weapon video is overdue. It was close when we had too many content, right? The first critical weapons were in anniversary. if I remember correctly. On the start of Anniversary, right? Way too many content on the same time, I cannot focus on that. But it's long overdue. Stuff like heat up, no, don't need, yeah. Heat up, no. Defense up, no. Just attack boost needs, defense boost doesn't. Should I pulled for news and USL Liz? You are sad now. Don't be sad. Spear and bow remembrance is so bad. Spear is bad? Don't you have Matriarch? Anything you place in Matriarch squad will work. Have Matriarch but legitimately doesn't have anything else. It will still work, don't worry. I was using very old damage dealers on my Matriarch squad and still managed to win. I was using like the first 4 news human version. Last time I tried Spear didn't work so well. Now I have for news should be better. Yeah, with for news it will be much better. Status buffs, strong damage, good counter. Which Matriarch skills don't need to be ranked up? The only skill that need to be ranked up from Matriarch is the Pin of Heartthrob. From what we know. I mean, support skill. Because the latest Matriarch needs to rank up her second skill as well. To get full potential. Let's do a challenge then. Share, will you do a Spear Remembrance again, but this time the chat choose your units? This could be fun one day. But not today, we already passed 2 hours. I may do another stream tomorrow, but more by the morning. I also should have listened to you and gotten time. Did I say you should be getting time? When did you ask me that? Time was also on the rerun banner during Anniversary. We don't need time as much anymore now with Gustave on the team. You said it in one of your videos about the rerun. Oh yeah, he was still one of the top choices. Now everyone will get a level for their spells, right? After using it so many times. Yeah, of course. At least she got like plenty of levels up, but better to run this with a weapon. New Rain coming soon too. Yeah, I need to make a video about the characters that should be used on New Rain. Don't need to use a very strong weapon, just something to do a little damage. Like this. Pin of Heartthrob needs levels, but not Pin of Peace with protection. Yeah. Pin of Peace, Protection, and Nawal's Daughter Water Festival do not need to be leveled up. That's from JP tests. We don't know on Global. I don't think anyone ever tried to see it. Depending on the next banner, I might try for Arthur too. Arthur is going away, Shido. So, Pure Bear here. She will be using festival food. SaGa Balloon Sanctuary has to be ranked up, Kevin. because its damage and increases attack boost. All attack boosts will increase in power, but since that one is not support, it's easy to level up. Yeah, now it's much better. And I can click the I'll repeat button more, because she will not lack BP. We are getting it from Witch's Daughter. Maybe I'll make a video on this. Yeah, she's not running out of BP easily. Nadar increase attack as well, doesn't he? You mean heat up? Does he? Don't remember. But even if he does, he doesn't change anything. You already have SaGa Balloon 99? Okay. The only bad thing about SaGa Balloon is just sun damage. It doesn't have Pierce. What boss is that? We're just training skills, Nameless. Welcome to the party. I'm trying to level up my counter with Laura. This is the dragon from the GB games, right? Rising Phoenix farming. Could even use Dragon's 10 sacks, but does it increase the chance of being attacked by a lot or not? Because then you get one more BP. It doesn't seem so fast to level up like this. Oh man. Let's go, rank up. Doesn't level up. Rising Phoenix farming will be funny. Why won't they just change how spells rank up? I think they are purists. They want to stay true to the original games. But the original games, you don't rank up on the start, do you? Where does this come from? The spells even rank up on the original games. I know that skills do more damage if you use them in some of the games, but don't ask me which one of those. Scarlet Grace, yeah, in the end you get more of the... forgot the name. Of the elementals, right? Shaw has a counter skill, but do you have Tower Shaw? I don't. Years and years, 3 years later, I still don't have Tower Shaw. Will I ever get that character? I doubt. Manual grinding permanent minute. That's why we're having a live stream, so that we can chat about anything to make the time go. We're talking about a lot of stuff here. We're talking about tactical RPGs, animes that people are watching. That's why we make it go faster. They cost less BP and do more damage status more often, I think. Yeah, that as well. Maybe they removed that from the game. It was an original idea, recycle it for UniverSe. Imagine that. I wouldn't be so bad if you could just set it up on autos for those skills. Having to hit a button over and over again is so lame. You are totally right. Totally. Don't like doing that as well. And I did for many characters already. Can we click on repeat when you switches a wave? I don't think you can, but let's do it. You can, actually. I forgot. If only Ryan was here. Yeah. Many counters with all rank ups. And Gustav is now using a normal attack, but who cares? Pretinha. Oh. I'm using black, Pretinha is black. We are matching colors. Actually, the other cat fights with Pretinha because Pretinha teases him all the time. She's envy because, well, I play with the other cat more often. Right, Pretinha? He's more of a kid, so he wants to play all the time. Pretinha does not want to play all the time, but even then, she's still envy. They use swipe. It's a column attack. The problem with Pretinha is that she always scratches my clothes. Man, it's taking too much time to level up. I don't know if this is faster or slower than Seeker's path. What do you think, Zadok? Faster or slower than Seeker? Seeker, the Azurus can use indirect attack. His enemies here have mostly direct, but not all of them. They can still choose the wrong target, they can still use indirect attacks. This can take lots of time. Oh, finally a rank up! Let's change the counter even if it's too boring. I think it will still be boring because the character itself is not a problem. More about the chances of the level ups. But I think I'll be going pretty soon because I have to finish cleaning up the house. And I'm starting to feel hungry. But I will do another grind and chat tomorrow. So if you want to chat about anything, join us. I'll try to do it either before or after lunch. And by the night, we'll have another stream for the update. We'll have an update for new content. Did you try it, Galahad counter yet? Not yet, copy. Not yet. No worries, Kevin. Thanks for the support as always. Thank you all for being here with me. Made it so much less boring than it should be. I'll finish up this fight and then leave. But guys, before you leave, click the like button. I don't know how many likes we have, but always helps. I'm so happy with this webcam because not a single bug anymore. I mean, this is not a bug. If you can see... Wait. No, it's not there. Ah, this is the arm of the chair. Ah, okay. Thought it could be a bug. It's the arm of the chair. Just need to make a better lighting effect. Actually, the ring light has to be placed just on my front, but it irritates me. Too much lighting on my eyes. So mine is from the sides. Maybe we will have another Seeker's Path, huh? ScherBR once again, indeed. How many times we changed ScherBR? It's not the original anymore. No, 33. Getting there. But, guys, thanks so much for being here. It's been a pleasure. So, as always, good morning, good afternoon, good evening. I don't know where you live, but I really hope to see you soon in the next video or next live stream. Goodbye, Copy. Goodbye, Shido. Goodbye, Kevin. Goodbye, Zadok. As Zadok was saying that you barely rank up counter skills, the gens, whatever the last queue up we had, was it super slow? Ah, you mean gen counter. Good night, Teresa. Good night, Permanent Bennett. Who else was here? Asquane. Good night, Masamune, if you're still there. God's Lion. Shido and Copy. Victor. Viper. Ron Stampo, Luke P, and everyone else. Bye.